Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now with the main headlines. United Nations says that Daesh adopts broad strategy to recruit troops in Afghanistan. New mass grave containing 100 bodies found in Afghanistan. Non-violence organizations welcomes Dutch Supreme Court decision to halt military aid to Israel. And Misbah al-Hussein Foundation successfully secures drinking water for residents of Mazar al-Sharif. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. This is Yunus Dawood and you're watching Shia Waves live from London, only on Imam Hussein TV 3. A new report by the United Nations Security Council shows that the Khorasan branch of the Sunni extremist group Daesh has adopted a broad strategy to recruit troops in Afghanistan, indicating significant numbers of Afghans joining the ranks of the terrorist group. According to this report, the Khorasan branch of Daesh has focused on attracting disaffected members of Taliban and foreign fighters and also increased its lobbying efforts on Tajik networks. The report also stated that the Khorasan branch of ISIS is not only the biggest threat to Afghanistan, but also that threatens the security to the region and the world. A mass grave containing around 100 bodies, believed to date back from the era of the former Soviet-backed Afghan government, has been found in the province of Khost in eastern Afghanistan, according to officials in the province. The mayor of Khost, Basir Bilal, said that the mass grave was discovered on Saturday during the construction of a small dam in the Sarbani area in central Khost. According to international information, these people were buried here after being killed in the year 1358 in the Afghan calendar, between April 1979 and March 1980. Bilal added that the grave contains at least 100 bodies, some of them wearing women's clothing, and all appear to be civilians. Local residents said that the remains belong to victims of the violence that followed the communist coup supported by the Soviets in 1978 in Afghanistan. The international non-violence organization Free Muslim has welcomed the decision of the Dutch Supreme Court to halt military aid to the Israeli government, which is committing bloody massacres against civilians in the Palestinian Gaza Strip. The organization expressed great satisfaction with the decision of a Dutch appeals court ordering the government to ban all exports of fighter jet spare parts of F-35 to Israel. It also emphasized the international community that should work towards an immediate cessation of war due to its costly impact on the lives of innocent civilians and serious action to reduce the spread of violence. The Israeli regime in occupied territories has waged a fierce war that has claimed the lives of thousands of innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip. Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. The United Nations says that Daesh adopts broad strategy to recruit troops in Afghanistan. A new mass grave containing 100 bodies found in Afghanistan. Non-violence organizations welcomes Dutch Supreme Court's decision to halt military aid in Israel. Also tonight, bodies of 7 political prisoners discovered in Myanmar's Rakhine state. The Misbah al-Hussein Foundation for Relief and Development in the holy city of Karbala has succeeded in securing safe drinking water for the people of Mazar al-Sharif in Afghanistan. Abdul Sahib Kishwan, the director of the foundation, stated that their efforts to provide necessary assistance to the noble families in Afghanistan continue in order to support and ensure a dignified life for them. Al-Kishwan also mentioned in a statement to Shia Waves agency that the foundation recently succeeded in digging a water well in the city of Mazar al-Sharif, adding to the number of wells that have been dug in other areas of the country. He further explained that this humanitarian initiative, carried out with the cooperation with the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi and the Imam Hussein Humanitarian Charity, the IHC, aimed to provide water for a large number of noble families in Mazar al-Sharif, given the scarcity of water and the difficulty in obtaining it. Al-Kishwan also expressed gratitude to the Office of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Salih Hussein Shirazi in Afghanistan for his continuous support in backing the projects and humanitarian activities of the foundation there, as well as thanking the corporation and institutions and supporting entities. And now we'll continue with some shorter news. Indian farmers plan to proceed with a protest march to New Delhi on Tuesday following unfruitful talks with ministers on issues including better crop prices assured in 2021 when thousands camped on highways leading to the capital. Farm unions hope to force the government to pass a law committing to offer higher state support or price guarantees and honour promises to double farmers' income. Government officials insist on the discussions to resolve the outstanding issues, particularly as the nation is heading for a general election between April and May this year. Two terrorists were eliminated by security forces during an intelligence-based operation, the IBO, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Mardan district. Pakistani government confirmed on Monday that separate counter-terrorism raids near the Afghan border within the past week had killed two senior leaders of a regional Islamic State affiliate known as Islamic State of Khorasan or ISK. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, reported that the average ice cover over the 5 Great Lakes was only 6% last month, making it one of the least icy Januaries in the past 50 years. The Great Lakes near the US-Canada border and from the largest freshwater system in the world, covering a combined surface of 95,000 square miles. The decrease in ice also affects cultural and recreational activities in the region, such as ice fishing, dog sledding, and outdoor skating. Additionally, it has implications for industries like tourism and commercial shipping. At least 17 Tunisians who were on a migrant boat heading towards the Italian coast are reported missing, a local official said on Monday. The missing people, including a 5-year-old child, had set sail last week on a fishing boat from Bizerte in northern Tunisia last week. Coast Guard and Navy forces supported by helicopter are reported to have begun search operations. The Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra complex, affiliated to the orphanage in the Afghan capital, Kabul, announced Tuesday, the distribution of monthly financial aid to around 170 Shia families, according to the orphanage officials. The orphanage management emphasized that the importance of such humanitarian activities is supporting the needy and families registered with the orphanage in light of the difficult living conditions in Afghanistan. They noted that this aid is distributed on a monthly basis as per the recommendation of the Supreme Religious Authority, Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi. Junta forces in Rakhine State, Western Myanmar, reportedly shot and killed 7 people, including a journalist and a prominent social media commentator, who were arrested in the city of Maracaibo. The bodies were found after the Arakan army captured the city, marking a significant development in the ongoing civil war that began after the military takeover in February 2021. According to the report, most of the victims were in their 20s to 40s and their families were not informed of their deaths. Resistance troops have also discovered the bodies of 2 other civilians reportedly killed by junta forces in separate incidents. Some 34 political prisoners died in military's junta's prisons across Myanmar in 2023, with 18 killed inside jails and 16 others dying due to lack of treatment and medical treatment, according to Human Rights Monitoring Group. We have reached the end of today's Shia Wave show. Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. United Nations says that Daesh adopts a broad strategy to recruit troops in Afghanistan. New mass grave containing 100 bodies found in Afghanistan. Non-violence organizations welcomes Dutch Supreme Court decision to halt military aid to Israel. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation successfully secures drinking water for residents of Mazar al-Sharif. And bodies of 7 political prisoners discovered in Myanmar's Rakhine State. You can view the latest news on our website, or you can send news of your city or country to be published on a news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of your screen. Thank you all for watching, and we pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the Hamas of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We all have a duty towards the preservation and the propagation of the message of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Indeed, one of the best ways to work towards the reappearance of Imam al-Mahdi ajjalallahu ta'ala farajul sharif is through promoting the values of Karbala. Imam Hussein Media Group is the only Shia television